Hi, my name is Judy Cook, and I want to introduce you to the Science of Getting Rich Club. Today I have with me Taj, who's a member of our club here in Missoula. This whole thought came about after Walter D. Wattles wrote the book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's the little green book that Rhonda Burns read after her father passed away that created the DVD, The Secret. Some of you have seen The Secret, and the rest of you will see it at some later date. Some of the people on The Secret were Michael Beckwith, Jack Canfield, and of course Bob Proctor. Those three guys got together and decided to create the Science of Getting Rich Club, where people would get together, study some of what's in this book, if not all of what's in the book. I went to do the city training so that I could bring it to Missoula. We have meetings on Monday night, starting at 7 promptly. We end at 8:30 promptly. Bob Proctor shows up to teach one of the lessons, and then we do some group discussion about the lessons. We break into smaller groups and do some mastermind thinking. There's been magic in our room already. Taj, you want to tell them about some of your experiences there?
Yeah, when I came to the group, I just really noticed that listening to Bob Proctor and the discussions that go along in the room, really expand your comfort zone mentally, and it gives you practical, applicable ideas and solutions that you can take to your day-to-day business.
Yeah, so what have been some of the favorite things that you've come up with so far that you're able to use?
So far, paradigm shift, the concept of paradigm shift, expanding your paradigm and thinking differently has probably been one of the more profound things that I've gotten out of it, of the group. And being able to break up into the groups and discuss those and have an idea and have other people in the room add to that idea and to kind of to compound that idea a little bit further.
Yeah, we have positive thinkers in our room. So if you've been around your friends who tell you, oh, that's a bad idea, you can't do that, you should try our room. It's a different experience, totally. Everyone in the room is positive, they're upbeat, they're supportive of each other. I don't know how many new companies we've started in the last 3 weeks, only because people have decided, well, I need multiple streams of income, and I have a passion that I haven't been acting on, and they're starting to come up with new companies, and it's just fascinating. Am I right? No one will let you think negative.
No, certainly. Then in the multiple streams of income too, actually writing on a piece of paper all the multiple streams of income that one could possibly ascertain, and then taking that into your next business day.
Yeah.
is profound also.
I recently was on the telephone with a woman who has an annual income of $500,000. And originally she said, well, why would I want extra income? Some of this multiple streams of income doesn't seem like it's very much money. I already make $500,000 a year. And then the next time I was on the phone with her, she said, you know what? But if it's extra now, isn't it? And I thought, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with extra. You can give it away if you feel like it's too much. One of the lessons Bob Proctor was teaching about the paradigm shift is how sometimes people have tried 1,000 times to be successful, and they failed the whole time. And it's because they haven't done that paradigm shift is the only thing they need to make them successful. And so our group is all about helping people make that shift and go to the next level and the next level and the next. We even talk about making what you made last year your monthly income this year, using multiple streams of income and knowing that it's always there for you. You brought your son to one of our meetings.
I did.
So how did that go?
It was good to bring him to the meeting because I wanted him to pick up some of the energy in the room. I want him to go into life not being stricken by a poverty mind and being able to have everything he needs in his life. So it was nice to bring him. And, you know, Chris had interviewed him, and it just showed how expansive his imagination was. And how when we get older, our imagination starts to diminish, or we start putting walls up, thinking we can't do something. And to see my son answer those questions with his imagination field completely open was pretty empowering.
He already knows one of the things he wants to do.
Yeah.
And it's own a restaurant?
Yeah, he wants to own a restaurant named Diego's.
Is
he
that
wants to
cool?
cook Mexican food, and he wants to have a very large restaurant and be very affluent with it.
Do you think he'll maybe put it here in Missoula?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. He keeps talking about Minnesota.
Maybe we could convince him. Missoula can always use some more good restaurants.
Certainly.
There are plenty of hungry people in town. So it's kind of exciting even. How old is he?
He'll be 9 in July.
And he plays baseball.
Plays baseball. He's a drummer, and he's just passed his orange belt in Taekwondo.
So he's quite a kid.
Yeah.
Well, we were very honored to have him at our meeting.
Oh, we were
So
honored
be
to
sure
there.
and bring him back. If you're looking for some excitement in your life and some change in your life, or maybe some more money, and we talk about money at the Science of Getting Rich meetings, because it's already been proven that 95% of us will retire poverty-stricken. We'll either be dependent on the government. That might not be a good idea. Or we're going to be dependent on our relatives, and that's a sad idea. Or we can be one of the ones who retires independently wealthy, able to take care of ourselves. So we start there with money, but the whole project and the whole thought process works in other areas as well, whether it's your health or relationships with other people. A lot of people think, well, you know, you guys are all about money, and it's like we're really about quality of life. We just don't want to retire and being dependent on someone else. Or having to die early. That's not a good thought. Run out of money now, I've got to die.
Well, money's also just like energy.
It is.
Like other things. So you can look at it. You know, I think we have a lot of dogmas and perceptions around money. And money has a tendency to make people do strange things, or act strangely, or think strangely. And, you know, I think if you just look at it as another energy source, then you kind of look at it differently.
Well, and we also learned that the amount of money is directly proportion to the service you provide, how much someone needs that service, and how hard are you to replace.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods shows us that all the time. He's real hard to replace, and he makes the money to show it. And a lot of our top athletes are the same way. The very top ones make a lot of money. You sometimes scratch your head and go, how did they do that? But then we don't scratch our heads and go, well, wait a minute, how did he perform what he just did athletically? And they make the money because no one else can do it. And they're providing a service as entertainment for us. But I think more than entertainment, it's the inspiration to us that someone's out there working really, really hard to be the best. And it's something we can all use in our own lives and our own businesses. It's just be the best. Be of service to other people.
Certainly.
Well, Taj, do you have plans of what you're wanting to do with your hip-hop group?
Well, my plans are to continually perform here in Missoula and expand from there throughout the Pacific Northwest, and then whatever happens from there. Primarily, I'm working with some other groups here in Montana. We just we had a successful show last year called A Rising Nation, which was geared towards the Fort Peck Indian Reservation. And it was geared towards teaching the youth expression through hip-hop. And we plan to do that again this year. Some of the other things I'd like to do is, basically create a video that I can have as an expression on some of my multimedia outlets, and just keep expanding, keep making new music.
Great. and you'll be as good as you can get, right?
Yeah.
Always. And you'll also be providing a good service that someone else is not doing.
No, certainly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think if you show up at our meetings, you'll see that we're all about action, putting what we know into practice. We're all about expanding our knowledge, and our knowledge on how these universal laws work. In The Secret, they talked about the law of attraction, and that's one of the laws. There's some other laws that we work with too. The law of attraction is so powerful because it's all about what we think about coming to us. And if you're worried about paying bills, it seems like you attract a lot of bills because bills is in your mind. I have a lot of debt. Where if you're thinking about abundance, it seems like abundance is there. You recognize it and it's attracted to you. If you're thinking that your friends really aren't serving you, you probably aren't serving them either. And if your friends are tearing you down, keeping you from going where you need to go, then maybe you need new friends. If it's family, you're going to have to think about it twice because they are family and they're probably not going to change. But one of the things you could do is come to some of our meetings, get energized to kind of help overcome what those other people are doing to you and telling you that you can't or you're not good enough to do something. Because we all know that, certainly we're here. Our whole life should not be wasted. We need to expand on it as much as we can, enjoy our life. In fact, getting rich is just it's a stepping stone to something else. Getting rich is a journey, and reaching the goal's not what it's about. It's having the goal. It makes us better every day when we're trying to strive towards our goal. So tell me about some of your short-term goals, because you've got a building over on 3rd Street.
Yeah, my mother purchased a building on 3rd Street, and we've currently have the 3rd Street property ready to do things. And when I mean ready to do things, it's my mother's going to take her hypnosis practice over there, and there's a massage table. We're working with some other massage therapists to actually work out of one room, so there'd be a few massage therapists working out of one room. And then there's talk of, I sell crystals and geodes, so there's been talk about doing a storefront, a small storefront, because we have some commercial accessibility and space, and selling crystals and geodes out of a portion of the room.
So it's another multiple stream of income for you.
Yeah, it'd be another area of income, and it'd be a service to the people, basically giving people the ability to have really intricate, nice gems and geodes and stuff that comes from all over the world.
Yeah, without having to travel all over the
Yeah.
world to get them.
Certainly.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. And that's been a short-term goal of yours, I know, to get that building open.
Yeah, that's been a short-term goal, and we basically had kind of a grand, not necessarily opening, but basically showing the public and showing some of the people in the community what the space had to offer. And now it's more or less getting my mother's practice put into the building and then going from there.
Great.
So.
We've had quite a few successes in our room on Monday night. We had a young man a couple of Monday nights ago who was kind of hem-hawing around saying the business he was in wasn't all that great. We didn't let him whine too long. Then we discovered that maybe the reason he was whining is he didn't even like that business at all. There's another businesses he's really, really passionate about. So I asked him, why wasn't he doing that? And he said he needed money. There were several of us who kind of laughed at that and said, why do you need money? We can show you 3 or 4 ways to start that business up with no money. Or if you need money, it could be somebody else's money. And I think he's opening that business as of today, which was real short for him to jump over from one industry into another industry. But he's passionate about it. And that's part of the trick, isn't it? Is to find out what you're passionate about. What do you have that burning desire to do? Because your soul knows. And sometimes our head doesn't. And our friends have told us, oh, you need to be a doctor, you need to be a lawyer, you need to be a banker. So we go that way. And sometimes it's the school even told you which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, if you're finding that your experience, that you're passionate about your music, you're passionate about other things?
Yeah, the path of heart, and being able to make a living within having that path of heart, I think is very important. I've just actually am slowly getting out of a business that I wasn't very passionate about, and now I'm kind of jumping into. I'm jumping into the unknown and some other business ventures that are more passionate.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's scary to get going.
It is.
That.
Well, because of the unknown and
yeah.
the bills keep coming in, so you need to so you need to expand your comfort zone and be able to know that everything's going to be completely fine, and show up to the Monday meetings and have the camaraderie of the rest of the people there that are on the same level with you and can boost your spirits.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal, some of the energy that's being expanded and shared.
Yeah.
I belong to a mastermind group put together by Bob Proctor. We're all members of the Chairman's Club. We meet on Thursday nights on the telephone conference. And this last Thursday night, Bob Proctor popped in on our telephone conversation, like, where'd you come from? And he said, by the way, this mastermind group now has a new challenge. I'm like, oh, I thought we were doing pretty good. The challenge was to form a new company, all 6 of us, to get together and think of a new company that we wanted to form. Well, that's been less than 7 days. We already know what our company is going to do. We just don't know a name yet. And we'll be online real soon with that company. None of us would have done this on our own. We might not have done it without the challenge, who knows. But it is totally exciting, totally exciting. And the possibilities out there are endless. I talked to a woman this morning who goes to our Monday night meetings. She showed me a briefcase. She's got 6 startup companies that she's working on right now. All out of her, she wakes up in the morning and gets another idea. And one of them is a children's game. She's also writing a book. She's doing some fantastic things that she wasn't doing before. That all of a sudden she's going, oh, I could do this, I could do this. There's nothing keeping me from it doing this.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting to see her do that.
Yeah, that's cool because it's those thoughts that you don't think that you can actually do something with. And the meeting kind of brought out the ability to at least step forward and put one foot in front of the other and put it on paper and then feel it and then be excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expanding your comfort zone.
Yeah, so if you're thinking that you want to stretch a little bit, get out of the comfort zone, make some more money, have a better relationship, or even improve your health, then show up on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, Quality Inn. That's at the corner of Reserve and Brooks. We meet at the conference center. We are growing. We have about 25 people in the room right now, and we haven't been having our meetings that long. We're growing every week, and we'll be into a bigger room real shortly. But come and enjoy the company of everyone else in the room, the good energy that you have. If you come in on Monday, it's going to sustain you through the week, right through the next Monday. A week ago, we had a woman drive all the way from Kalispell, because there's no meetings in Kalispell, to join our group. Well, we're happy to announce that we found someone else in Kalispell who's totally excited about the science of getting rich, and that there's going to be a new club up there now. So people who live closer to Kalispell, or actually closer to Big Fork, will have a meeting to go to. If you're at all interested in finding out more, you can call 676-2332 for more information. We have tickets. Our meetings are free to you at any time, but if you need a ticket for a reminder, just ask one of us. If you will call 676-2332, I'd be happy to put some of these in the mail to you or give you a personal invitation to any of our club meetings. The Science of Getting Rich also has a program where you can make money for referring other people, which is another source of multiple of income coming in. So if you're thinking of starting a small business with us, you're also invited. Not that you have to. Everyone's invited regardless, and the energy in that room is phenomenal. So we highly recommend it. Monday night, 7 o'clock. Thank you, Taj.
Thank you.